All right, you ready, Scott?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hey, everybody, it's the ... with Tim and Scott show back after a long hiatus. You know, Scott was studying.
Yeah, I was studying cement. I was studying how to rake, studying, when it's okay to swear at the cement driver, when it's not, all the subtleties of
Right, yeah.
things you got
how
to
to
read
get away
up on.
with smoking weed at work.
Yeah, how to,
Not let the client see.
yeah, how to not get the homeowner, let them know that you're drunk or things like that.
Yeah. And you've graduated now, so you have a little bit more free time.
Yep, and I'm a certified cement monkey. Which is good.
Next level is journeyman, I'm guessing, and then master.
And then master, yeah. But you got to start as a monkey.
Apprentice.
Monkey.
Cement monkey.
Monkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, monkey.
Are you actually apprenticing?
I mean, kind of.
Do you
I'm
need some
learning.
Sort of form of education to get the official licenses and everything.
No, that's funny because cement's the only trade where there's there's no certificate or anything.
Really? It's hey, this stuff is super permanent wherever you pour it, but you don't even worry about it.
If you do coke all the time, you could probably do cement.
Yeah, no training necessary. Don't even worry about it. That is odd. It's the most structural sound material that needs to be correct.
Yeah.
They're just
there's no school for it or anything.
Don't even worry about it. No, this building could fall over. Okay. Again, this is the With Tim and Scott show. Today we will be talking about high school.
That's right.
High school memories.
Just high school in general.
Yeah, high school in general.
I'm going to tell you about my high school. I'm going to draw Tim's high school out of him.
Yeah, because I didn't write much. Scott prepared today for some reason for the first time ever. Apparently high school was a great time for you.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will. But first, Scott, let's take attendance.
That's true.
We got a lot of producers. We got to keep track of them all.
We got a lot of people working behind the camera, so we need to know who's here, who's not here. And just so to get the payroll right and everything like that. So Tim, you're
Tim Rayburn here.
Okay.
Scott gone.
I'm here.
Okay. Emily Eisner.
It's Ensor, but I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Do you prefer Em or Emily?
Whatever you want.
We'll call her whatever comes to.
Okay.
Maybe call her Binky. I feel like that's a good name for our producers is Binky and Bucko. And then.
Okay. And I swear I'll get your last name right one of these days. I forget. If you asked me to pronounce it right now, I would also get it wrong. Scott, give it a try.
Binky.
No, her last name.
That's
Elsner.
Emily Binky.
Stop. Just all right, Maddie.
She's here. She must be in the bathroom actually. Yeah, I think she's here. She's in the bathroom.
Maddie. I don't know, Scott. I don't think she's here.
This is a good way to get off the high school episode though, because we're taking attendance.
Yeah. Well, Maddie's
that's how you start the day in high school,
What you want to jump ahead so quickly? Let the thing play out. This is what always happens. I just want to do a fun thing.
Yeah.
And then you ruin everything somehow, and it's just annoying.
I could see that being annoying.
You're the guy. You're always the guy. All right. You're always the guy who's like, let's just go with it, be in the moment, and you're trying to jump ahead to the prepared.
Yeah.
Just go with this.
I'm trying to.
But you're just so excited to talk about high school.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Why are you so excited to talk about high school?
Because we got a lot to get to.
So now there's no payoff for this attendance thing. We just basically just read names. There's no laugh. You just heckled the joke. We didn't even get to the fun part.
Which is?
It's useless now. You know how jokes work. You do stand-up, right? Now, if somebody heckles you right before the punchline, it ruins everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So why would you do that here? Why?
So the punchline here was that Maddie's not here.
Yeah, but that's the setup. She's not here.
So then what was the punchline though? So she's not here.
You also know that when you give a punchline after it's ruined, it's not going to be funny, and then no one's going to laugh anyway. But I'll explain it. The punchline was, Maddie's not here. So we're not going to be able to give her a raise later this year. And then we're going to go do a whole fun thing, which we did before we started recording. We went through this really quickly.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of lines. Emily.
I remember
Emily.
that now that you bring it
Didn't we
up.
have a bunch of lines?
Don't bring Binky into this. Binky doesn't need
But didn't we have a bunch of lines going back and forth that could have been funny?
Yeah, you did. You
yeah.
did.
So, like, you were doing the lines then.
Yep.
And you were having fun with it then.
That was fun back then. See, that's my problem, too. I have a lot more fun, not recording. Like,
You're just nervous and tight.
Yeah.
You've
when
never
we're
been nervous about anything in your life. Except
high school.
the first day of high school.
Except the first day of high school.
Let's
Good
get
segue.
into it.
Good
I wanted to talk
segue.
about daylight savings time really quick.
Let's talk about that real quick.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did lose an hour today is our lost hour.
This is my point. This is all I want to say really quick on the daylight savings time. Then we'll get to your high school career.
Yeah.
If you can wait that long.
I'm trying.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. Here's the thing. I
Yeah.
don't even know where I was going with this. You fall back. So you gain an hour of sleep,
Yeah.
but then it's dark at 5 p.m. So you're depressed for all of winter.
Yep.
So that sucks. And then spring forward, you lose an hour of sleep. So there's no winning.
Yeah, it's hard to win.
Yeah, it's like one, you fall back but are depressed. And then, like, I'm going to be sleeping all winter anyway. I don't need this extra hour of sleep now.
Yeah.
And then you take one away from me on the weekend.
Yeah. It is kind of rough. They take it away, on a Saturday night.
Yeah,
I guess, it would be a little harder if it was on the Monday.
that's true.
It's not that
Fair.
bad,
Fair.
Yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. Now you bring it up is people who bitch too much about daylight savings. I get it. It is rough.
It's
Like
just
anybody, it's only rough when you lose an hour.
it's rough going forward too. We should just get rid of it altogether.
Hey, you know how much I love radical change in society and shit like that.
Yeah, so start with this, and then we could win over the COVID scandals or whatever.
Yeah.
First is daylight. You got to take an inch.
Like I'm trying to fucking fight Dr. Fauci in a charity boxing match. You know that. Like I'm trying to do everything I can.
Scott, again, we weren't recording then. I like how you're now
Yeah.
referring to funny jokes you made before.
Well,
We
I gotta,
started-
gotta get that one in there.
But it makes no sense now.
No, it made a little bit. It made maybe 5% of sense, which is all it needs.
Let's just get to the high school.
High school, Those
High
were
school.
good times.
So you actually came prepared for this. This is a topic of your choosing. You're excited for this. So what?
Yeah.
Get us going on this one after my
Well,
failed
high
attempt.
school's a tough time,
Yep.
So I'll take you through, my experience. We'll start it through, I'm graduating grade 8.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I finally am coming into myself. I got a nice, coconut head haircut, but it works
Right.
good on me.
You showed me a picture of it the other day, and you did look like a cute kid. I should have mentioned that. You had a thing. About
Yeah.
You had cuteness.
Yeah, I was. So going into so I went to
That
St.
throw you
I went
off?
to St. Anne's.
Compliment?
Yeah, threw me right off. Did. Cute kid that freaked me
So
out.
wait, you're grade 8. You're a popular guy in grade 8. You
I
know
wouldn't say I
everybody.
was
You know
popular,
everybody in
yeah.
your class. You feel like you got a social thing going. You're like, hey,
Yeah, I was doing okay for myself.
I'm ready for the big leagues.
I was excited for the big leagues. I was like,
Wow, you were excited to go to high school.
yeah. So I went to St. John the Baptist grade school.
Sounds
So I had
good.
that Catholic upbringing. So I went to St. Anne's High School.
Right.
Bell River was closer to my house.
It's like a block away.
It
You
is,
could
yeah.
walk there.
But I went to St. Anne's, though. I liked the uniform. Because I had shitty clothes too, so I'm
God.
you know why we all wear a uniform?
Oh, so were you made fun of for your clothes before?
No. But it was also I wasn't made fun of. I was like,
Talk behind your back?
yeah, maybe, who knows? But then I liked the uniform for that too, because it was like,
Hey, we'll all look
it's
the same.
oh, we're all
equals.
we're all in shitty clothes
Oh, okay, yeah,
for our equals, yeah.
yeah.
And but grade 9, that's a tough year.
So you showed up on the first day, and were you just lost in the shuffle? Were you intimidated, or were you still have this enthusiasm?
It's hard to remember a little bit. Like I was I wasn't that freaked out or anything, but I was also like a loser. I'm starting to
So
in
you
grade
lost-
9. I had nothing really going for me.
What was your rank in grade 8? Would you say?
Grade 8? I would say I was from 0 to 10. I was like a 7 across the board.
So what would you
in
call
terms
that?
of like
Not a loser, but like a
like I could fit in just like
say
anywhere.
above average
social
likable.
stat,
Yeah.
above average likable.
Yeah, like there's some people who can tell you to get out of the seat, but you know most people aren't going to bother you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I wasn't a bully victim.
right.
Per
But
se.
you couldn't talk to a woman that was attractive back then. You'd be laughed
Yeah,
at
I could talk to him, but
You had to avert your eyes.
but I couldn't look them in the
Yeah.
eye. You're probably right about that.
Okay, so
yeah.
you were a 7. Okay, and
Yeah.
then you get to high school, drop down.
I
to
dropped
a
down to
loser.
like 4 maybe.
What happened? Just the competition? This is like going
The
to
competition,
Toronto.
the
A Windsor 7
Yeah.
is a Toronto 4.
And I'm not talking looks here. I'm talking like
Yeah.
likability, social status.
Whoa, what happened? Like nothing
The
changed. You
competition. I mean, you get to high school. I wasn't a hockey player. You know, those guys.
Whoa.
They were 9s.
Bye.
Social status.
Yep.
You know, then I wasn't really. I didn't have anything really going for
weren't
me. I
athletic
just
at
had
all.
my couple of friends from grade school.
Right.
Which
so you
was
go
good,
in with
though,
the
you
group.
know.
Yeah, you had it's good to have a group that you can sit with. At least you got that done.
Yeah.
And then you plan your expansion until you take over the entire
Yeah,
school.
and it took me a while to get my I was like
To
a
grow.
rebuilding team in high school, as it was,
So you're looking around, you got all your friends from grade school, and you're
and
like,
basically
"Ugh."
he drafted me,
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest. Like
He's
I
rebuilding
was like
you.
a work in progress, and he saw potential in me.
Did he offer you a stick of gum? Is that how he?
Yep, that's how
Really?
I
Thanks,
was a
buddy.
4 in the social status
And he was
in
about-
grade 9, and Jake was like a 6 or a 7
Whoa.
because
upgrade.
he would always hand out sticks of 5 gum. And 5 gum was like crack cocaine
Right.
back then. It was very expensive, the most popular gum. And Jake's giving
Yeah.
out for free, so he's basically like trying to become the most popular kid in high school
Yeah.
in grade 9, and he's doing a good job.
And he had a game plan going into the
He
season.
had a game plan.
Sticks of gum. My gum budget through the roof. Let's up that. We're gonna hand out sticks of gum, and we're gonna see what happens. Picks up Scott. Does he pick up anybody else?
Jake picked up a lot. Jake was actually the team back. Now that I'm thinking about it, Jake was the head coach basically, and he
Oh.
picked up. He had an Asian recruit. He had another. He had another recruit.
We could give a shit.
Emily knows she's above race, which is fine with me.
But no, just like her face. It's nice to look over, and your only audience member is like fucking like not even
Almost frowning. You know what? Frowns are good. Any reaction is positive.
Yeah.
Even
As long as there's
negative.
an emotion, that means we
You know what's
got
good?
him.
Negativity gets a lot of clicks on the
Yeah,
internet.
that is true.
That's why I'm sort of like racist and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm trying
Gets
to get
people
clicks.
talking. Yeah. So he recruits an Asian fella,
Recruits an Asian. This
but he doesn't
Asian
let
fellow
you
was
meet each other.
It took a while for me to like.
Before he's like, Scott,
Before I kind of
we
started.
want to call you up to the main team, but you gotta work on yourself.
But you
over.
gotta like understand how to hang out with like an Asian person and stuff. Like you can't just like fuck this up for everybody.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And I totally get it too.
Right.
So in summer grade 9, I hang out with Jake.
Yeah.
I hang out with my grade school friends.
Yeah.
It's going good.
Mhm.
Like, I think I smoked weed for the first time in that summer.
Who brought the weed?
My friend Aaron was the first one that I smoked weed
Where'd
with.
he get it?
Who knows? Like, this is a long
I
time.
don't know
He
how
probably
this
got it from
happens.
his neighbor.
I
you
never
know?
smoked weed in high school, so I don't know. Any
Well,
of
he
this
just
stuff.
bought it from somebody a little bit older than you.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how it worked.
Yeah.
So then we're going into grade 10.
So
you know.
you're actually pretty social compared to me in high school already.
Yeah,
Like you're
you know.
going to a party, you're smoking weed.
Yeah, I went to one party, grade
Yeah.
9, which was awesome.
So end of the year party.
End of the year party, got drunk. And it was
At
at a
a-
popular girl's house.
Wow. Now this is big.
Don't
'cause-
reveal her name because I'm
No.
secretly in love with her.
Yeah.
So this is very private to me.
Are you gonna text her?
I might text her later.
Okay,
I don't know.
wow.
Like, but but it was good. Going
Like
and then
Jake got invited to the party, and then
yeah,
and then
through
brought you
Jake I
along.
got invited.
So the popular girl didn't know you at all.
I wouldn't have got invited on my own.
Right.
I needed Jake,
Yeah.
and he took care of me,
Wow.
which was good.
What a guy.
And then I see here we're in grade 10
Wait, did you talk
now.
to the popular girl at the party that you're in love with?
I definitely did, yeah.
Good impression, bad impression? What are we thinking here? Were you like, that was a positive. I've upgraded to a 5.
I think it was positive. Something that happened to me at the party. I was standing in a circle,
Yes.
and there was this guy in an older grade, and
Whoa.
I already knew that he was trouble.
Oh.
He was already like a guy that would get in fights and stuff.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm just standing in the circle in the garage at this party.
And he's in the circle with you.
And he wasn't. But then he walks up
Oh, no.
and he hit me in the face.
What? What?
Where he just like pointed me out and then like hit me in the face and like it
closed
was
fist?
yeah, like it was
What the
like
fuck
and
is
like
wrong with
I
this
didn't see it
lunatic?
coming. I had never spoken to him.
What a lunatic.
And I think he thought I was somebody else.
What did he say when he punched you?
I think he just said like "fuck you" or something. Like nothing like too hurtful.
What a lunatic.
Yeah, you remember the Verve energy drink pyramid scheme?
Not really, no.
He was a big proponent on that, so you know he's
This was
probably doing
later
good.
on.
Yeah, this was later on.
Wow. So then what happened after? So he just punched you in the
And
face,
then
fuck
you know,
walks
I think
away?
even that incident alone, that might have bumped me up like a whole digit in social
that
status.
got you up.
That
I would
got
have
me
been,
up
if that
'cause-
happened to me, I would leave the party immediately. I'd feel so awkward and like, because I'd just be
Because-
like, I don't want this. I don't want to fight a guy.
Yeah.
I gotta.
You know what's funny is like he hits me, and then people like get him off of
Oh,
me.
like
or,
he was
or,
like, oh, they like.
it
pulled
wasn't
you
like
guys back.
yeah, it was like right away.
Yeah.
But then there's like a 30-second time frame of like me like in fight back mode
Wow.
where it kind of seemed like,
I could see that
but
now,
it was like I had never even been in fight back. It was like my
Yeah.
first time entering fight
so
back mode.
Fight or flight.
But then other people,
fight.
yeah. Then
Wow.
other people were like holding
was
like,
he much bigger than you?
slight. Yeah, he was way bigger than me. And everything.
Whoa, that's impressive. Emily,
But
give it
then
up.
some people
Yeah.
were holding me back, be like, "Don't do it, Scott."
Scott, you're gonna.
This
you're
was
gonna
only like
toast this
30
guy.
seconds. 30 seconds.
Scott, you're only a
but
4. I know you're only a 4 and have nothing to lose, but
don't do it. It's not worth it. Like Jake's gonna take care of you. Just don't.
yeah.
Just don't.
Did you have the moment where the popular hot girl iced your eye? I'm sorry about him.
No, nothing
No.
like that.
Did she apologize at all? Like, I don't know why I invited this lunatic.
No, I don't know about that either. Like, I think
what was this guy's social standing? Was he like, because there's
he was
fighters
up
in high
there,
school,
you know, guys that
a popular lunatic.
popular lunatic.
So he wasn't like a gruff guy who fights. He was like a popular guy who fights.
yeah, he wasn't
I
like.
don't think we had those at my school. Emily, comment. You're the high school expert. Yeah, that's not a thing that goes together.
I mean, he was rough, but he was
But he-
also like popular enough, like
Well, what was his ranking? A 6?
7, 8. Like
8.
This guy
Come
was
on.
like, older than me. He already had his
okay.
bearings in the high school. You know.
So what?
like,
Grade 11?
Like he was
What
probably
a-
just a grade 10 or
what a-
something. But
That's insane, though. So then when? All right. So they're pulling you back. They pull you back, and then you got to spend the rest of the night at this party with him there.
no, then he left right away, and then
Oh,
that was about it.
That
there
sorts
was
everything
like
out.
there was
he
nothing.
left the party.
Yeah.
That's good because I would have hated if he stayed. That would have made it awkward for me.
Yeah.
The fact that he left is great.
Like it was never really that bad. It was like I was almost happy it happened. He gave me
'Cause
a little,
Like, hey, you're the
gave
guy
me
that
a
got
little
pu-
something to talk
Well,
about.
yeah, because all you were talking
I
about
had
was
nothing
Jake.
else going for me.
Oh no, I know Jake.
Like no. Also, I'm the guy that got hit
Yeah, it's a crazy story. I was just standing there.
with Jake.
Yeah, he was giving gum to people. You know,
Yeah,
Jake.
You know Jake. And
Wow.
and then I'm gonna move over to grade 10.
All right, so now this is your party experience. You have the summer. You're hanging
Yeah.
out with Jake, your grade school friends, having fun. Now you got to go back.
Because here's the thing with grade 10, I'm starting to be friendly with people. I wasn't cool.
Yeah, you were.
Here's
so
the thing,
You got
it
upgraded
took-
to a 5 at this party, and then going into grade 10. So you
Yeah,
you
I'd
upgraded
say I
a
rode
point.
I rode grade 10 at a 6 social status
Oh, whoa,
the
2
whole way
points.
through.
Wow.
Because I want you to attest to this, it takes people, a couple years to, actually get to like me. What do you think about that statement there?
I liked you from the beginning.
Okay.
I thought you were bad at comedy for a while. That was, I think you're I think you're
misconstrued.
Yeah, I always liked you.
Fair enough.
I just think you went up and bombed a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't even know where he's going with this.
Yeah.
That's all I thought.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I liked you from the start. Emily, comment? It's a likable guy.
Yeah, I think he's pretty likable.
Yeah,
Took
probably
me-
from you because you evolved through high school to a likable
It was my
person.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great that you got 2 points in the summer. I mean, that's a big jump.
It was huge.
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
punched was the best thing to happen to you. It seems.
It was.
So now grade 10, you're 6. Walking in there, you're strutting.
Walking
you're
in
strutting
there,
a little.
I'm trying to see if what I wrote down was actually important in grade 10, and nothing really.
Let me see what you got here.
Like I worked here. You see it here.
Starting smoking weed.
Yeah.
Excellent at fitting in.
I put that in quotes, fitting in, because that's what I was really good at, fitting in. I could fit in a bunch of spots.
You could go to a party and nobody would punch you in the face, but nobody would like you.
But nobody would make me
ya.
leave. I
Yeah.
could fit right in.
Yeah,
like,
you're not disturbing anybody, but you're not making a positive
But I'm not
impact
making
on
a big statement either.
Yeah, like nobody would talk about you.
Yeah.
After, like, hey, Scott was there. They'd be like, yeah, you were like an extra in a movie. Like,
Yeah,
you don't even get to eat off the craft service table. They're
Yeah.
like, hey.
That's for like the actors, the main,
the main
role players.
You just sit on that chair over there, and if somebody needs that chair,
you're just lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Which I was.
Yeah.
So I was really good at fitting in. I could fit in with this group, that group, all the groups.
Yeah,
but I was never, the star of a
nobody
group.
was like, Scott's here.
Yeah, but then eventually, I'm even going to jump to grade 11 because grade 10
there's one.
was
Worked up, serial circle enough.
the social circle.
Social circle.
It's exactly right. We worked up the social circle enough to go to parties.
Now, these are all
but
drinking
not really
parties.
make an impact.
These are all drinking parties you're going to.
Drinking parties, yeah.
Wow, I never had this experience.
Yep, because everybody, if you were trying to be cool in high school, you had to binge drink.
Man, okay.
You had to get blackout drunk. You had to be, doing shots.
Right. I'm just going to make a note for myself. Grade 9, drinking.
Grade 9, if you ever redo it, like if I would suggest pick up drinking.
Well, we'll get to my grade 9 story. We'll talk about drinking. But, okay, go ahead, because that reminds me of a story. Maybe why I went so antisocial in grade 9. Okay, grade. So we skipped through grade 10. You're still a 6 all the way through. You're fitting in. You're finding yourself a little. You think
and
you're
I'd
smoking
say,
weed. You got a thing going.
Got a little thing going.
You meet any new friends? You got Jake. Did the Asian guy? Did he allow you to talk
and
to
then
the Asian guy?
I didn't. I made a couple of friends, but they were just experimental friends. They didn't last. We're just experimenting with this. Let's see how this goes.
Right.
Like when Jake with the Asian fella. So we had some experiments.
He's like,
trying
let me
this
see,
out.
Let me see what I got for you in the back.
Let me
see if you got a friend here for you.
Yeah, like I've never used chopsticks, but I'm open to try. Like I'm not saying I won't try things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you're definitely not going to judge.
And then grade 11, each year I'm doing better and better. Grade 11, I'm a 7 socially.
How did you get to a 7 if you're just fitting in all the time?
Did
you change
people
anything?
are enough around. Yeah, I
started
just
dressing a little better.
Yeah, get a haircut.
You lost the coconut.
Yeah,
hair.
I lost coconut head around grade 10 actually.
Yeah.
In grade 9, I probably lost it.
Yeah.
Dropped it then, which was good for me.
Yeah. Good.
But then grade 11, people, they acclimated to me.
Right.
They got used to me, or
this guy's
like,
always around.
and I got really good at fitting in. I'm getting better and better at fitting in.
Yeah.
I'm understanding, just exactly how to button my uniform shirt. Things like that.
Two buttons.
Two buttons, white shirt underneath, just like all the cool kids.
Yeah. Gotcha. Untucked.
Untucked. Yeah. And then grade 11 was good for me. I fit in with
year.
most groups.
Well,
actually, I was a victim of the opposite of misogyny in grade 11. There was a women's curling team, and me and Jake, we were thinking, okay, like, I've never done curling, but I'm like, I want to join the curling team. I'm actually down, like, but there wasn't a men's curling team, and we couldn't join the women's team either.
Is that so? The only
That
reason
was
you
rough.
wanted to, is that the only reason you wanted to try curling is because there was a women's team? You were like, this is an injustice.
No,
I
I've
wanna
always wanted to try curling.
and you're like, this is a place where I could try it.
And it seems like I'll never get the chance. Like, when is that? It never comes up. Like,
Oh, you didn't actually play on the curling team in the end in this story.
no, because
They're like, it's only for women. Get out of here.
yeah,
You're like, I'm really good at fitting in. You won't even notice me.
yeah. That's what I was trying to tell the coach. I'm like really good at like
So
just.
did you show up at the tryouts and then they're like, nah.
We talked to like the curling team coach or something, and he's like, "There's not a men's team."
He's like,
Yeah, it was
He-
the man. Yeah,
he's like, hey, listen, buddy, I'm running my own little scheme here.
yeah. Just a women's curling team. It's just so I can get out of school on Fridays.
Is he a man or was he?
It was a
guy?
man that
Oh.
coached the women's curling team, but like,
Suspicious? Emily, comment. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to make this guy out to be a pedophile.
no.
All right, fair enough. We won't say his name.
And then I forget. Anyway,
Anyway, go
but in
ahead.
grade 11, I was doing good. Like,
Yeah.
I really, and then I'll even jump to grade 12 right here.
I like how, so the only story from grade 11 was the fact that you didn't play on the curling team.
Correct. Yeah.
That's the big
That was
highlight.
the big reveal.
Enough to write it down.
I wanted to fit that in for sure. Yep, I want to get that in there. And then in
You're like
grade
the
12,
oddest fella.
I was like an 8 socially.
No way.
I'm
You're
not
really jumping yourself up.
I'm not.
So
No, I
you
could
walk
fi-
into a class, like, Scott's in the class. We all got to take this class.
I
Like,
mean, there's still 10 socially. There's still 10s. There's still 9s. I'm just saying I was the 8.
so everybody's happy you're in the class, but you're kind of like it's like being the popular guy amongst all the non-popular people.
Exactly.
And then when a popular person walks in, you don't get to talk anymore, and everybody's kind of more shy because it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
think
get
we've
it.
all had this feeling
Yeah.
where, like, you can be funny and joking and your true outgoing self, except when there's like the cool kids around, and then you got to be like,
Yeah.
"No, I
You got to
just like-
watch
I
yourself.
just like doing homework." Yeah, like it's like, oh, the parents are here almost. Like, you gotta watch
Yeah.
what you say around these people.
That was I think the way you put it, I was like the popular guy amongst unpopular people,
Yeah,
which was really good.
That's
like,
a nice
I'll
place
take
to
it.
be.
I'll take it.
You know a lot of people, and then also after high school, the ratings get reset kind of, and then like
I mean, they're almost. Yeah, I guess so.
they're
Yeah.
obsolete, and then everybody kind of finds their own thing, and then they become a full person, I guess.
Yeah, which
you
is
know,
so dumb.
But then you
like,
know everybody who's cool in their own little way in
Yeah.
the world, I guess. So then you can have lots of friends.
I guess so.
And
Yeah.
you're here with me. So
Fuck things
did
up
not-
pretty
did
good
not
myself.
work out for you.
In grade 12, here's something I did. I did cross country.
Wow, you're really looking for the weirdest sports. I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
that
Why
was-
would you want to do that?
And I only really did that to like exercise.
You were like
And like
such an odd guy. I don't even
to
know.
like
why would
to
that
like
even be on-
exercise and like get in good shape and better shape or
Right,
whatever.
you're like, I got 1 year left to get with the hot girl whose party I was at in grade 9.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean through 10, I never dropped back down. That's the thing.
Right. So
I
did
always
you
kept
meet
growing
the popular girl in grade 10? Start talking to her a little bit more.
up. Yeah, I always could talk to them.
Oh, okay. You were allowed. And then in grade 11. So is there any chance of you getting with a lady in any of this? Are you falling in love at all?
No,
Did you
I
have your
was
first
never
crush?
dating in high school.
Did you kiss a lady at any point in this grade 9, 10, and 11 at your drinking parties?
Yeah, I was kissing for sure.
Oh,
I was kissing.
that's something.
Sometimes I was
the
kissing.
drunk makeouts.
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
How does that even work in high school? Because I never had a drunk makeout in high school. I guess I had a.
Here's how it worked for me. Somebody tells you that they like you, that this girl likes you.
thinks
or
you're cute,
Yeah.
and you're like,
And then
good.
that's kind of just how it.
So
then
you go
from
over
there,
and you're like, let's make out drunkenly. I'm assuming there was
suppose,
no
yeah.
like, I don't know, to use the word game. There's no like game in high. Nobody has game in high school, as they say. So
I mean,
is
I
it
did
just so
not.
blunt? You're just like, hey, Jake, guy who handed you the gum said, you think I'm cute? You want to make out? Is that what you did?
I probably use like 0 to no words because I was, awkward as well.
Yeah.
Like I was a virgin leaving high school.
Yeah, weren't we all? Emily, comment?
You know, you had to be, pretty. You had to be, an 8, 9, 10 socially to, or you could just be a lower theater kid and be having sex with other theater kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you discover that, I think it's more like, you just need to. I think where I was at in high school with the ladies, I think I had my sights set too high, or I had a crush on one particular woman not the whole time, but like each year maybe. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, if it's not her, it's nobody. But you gotta like lower your expectations of what you think is attractive. Not what you think's attractive, but like, you know what I mean? You just gotta be like, well, I'm never gonna get her. Yeah. But there's all these other ladies out here. Probably find one of them.
That's true.
You got to realize that.
It's funny, too, in high school, how hard you crush on somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you actually, like, in my mind, I would literally think, like, fuck, like, this is the one and only fucking girl for me. But, like, each year, you kind of find a new girl, but you think that, like, fuck, like, I would literally fucking wait till I'm 55 to, like...
You know what?
To have my shot with her.
Who was your girl for that? Who do you got?
Well, I had a couple.
Well, give us your grade. Where were we at? Grade 12? Who's your grade 12?
Yeah.
So now
what's the point of me saying her name? You
don't know
her
just,
or anything.
Well, just don't say her name. Just tell us about her. Like, how did you know her?
Oh,
so,
okay,
like, you finally worked up your social standing. You're an 8. You know what I mean? So now you're like, hey, I could probably date somebody. I got my sights set on.
Well, it's in grade 9, I had it on this one girl I just, like, we were able to talk pretty good, and she was very cute.
Okay, so you weren't overreaching from your levels.
I was.
Right.
I didn't think I really had a shot with her.
Oh, okay.
But I thought that she was, like, really cute and nice.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I didn't think that I could date her.
Right.
Because I didn't think I was equal enough to her.
She was a 6.
Maybe now, if she ever gets divorced.
Hey, we can always hope.
We can always.
And you'll be like, oh, I had such a crush on you in high school.
Yeah.
That's probably not a bad line.
We'll find
Emily,
out.
what do you think? If you walked up, if the lady was recently divorced, now it's, what are we, 15 years removed from your high school? 10 years?
Yeah, I guess 10 years.
10 years. So you go up to a lady and you see her. You haven't talked since high school. And you go, hey, I had such a crush on you in high school. Would that work, you think?
That must sound flattering.
Hey.
That must be flattering.
Every woman from high school I officially have had a crush on.
Yeah.
And I will try that line.
That's the thing. I did have a crush on a lot of girls, though. And then after the one in grade 9 lasted for the solid year. Yeah. And I probably would have killed myself for her back then. That's how much. That's how hard the crushes are.
I'm doing this for you.
And then the next girl, I ended up working with her, so I think that's kind of why I like.
People do bond over things like that.
Yeah.
Where did you work?
At the retirement home in Bell River.
Oh, that's an odd
And so
job.
we were like 15, 16.
And you're like, oh, fucking Betty needs her shit changed.
Well,
Literally.
I wasn't doing shit like that, but.
Yeah. So did you have your little inside work jokes and?
Yeah, like then.
And it just never happened. But you were like fantasizing about making out with her in the bathroom or something at work, or?
Oh, I'm sure I have, 100%. Yeah.
And then grade 11 comes rolling in.
Yeah, I think I kept that one crush for a while because we worked at the same place and I'm a romantic. Like I like to keep things pure.
Yep.
It's just my style. Then in grade 12, though, I didn't have like a specific crush at that time. I kind of just lusted over a bunch of people.
Yeah.
A lot of lust back then.
Lusting.
Lust was like.
Lust and masturbation.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So how old were you when you went to high school? Are you masturbated yet?
If we want to get into that deep of a level, I don't know. I felt bad about saying the word masturbation because it's a family show, Scott. Come on now.
Yeah.
No, but no, I didn't masturbate until grade 10. If I'm being completely honest.
That's insane.
I didn't know how either. I was I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I would literally. So I lived in Germany for grade 9 and 10, and at 12 midnight, the German television stations all just change over to porn. So like I would literally watch the porn in grade 9 and 10 before I masturbated. And I would just lay on the couch with a boner and thought that was great. Like, I was very satisfied with that.
Wow.
I was like, this is awesome. Just let me push my boner into the couch.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know why. I just never thought of. I don't know if I had a barrier. I don't know if I knew how to do it either. Because I do recall a moment in grade 9 where this grade 10, we were on the basketball court. It was kind of like a recess, but a break. And he started like doing this with his
Adam's
throat.
apple, or okay.
Yeah, like he was jerking off his throat and then spitting.
Okay.
He was like making a joke, like, this wasn't what he said. He was like, yeah, that's what we did last night, or something like that.
Yeah.
Right, fellas? And then we were all kind of doing it and spitting, and then a teacher came out to us like, don't spit. It's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just hitting the surface there. We were actually pretending to jerk off our throats.
And coming.
Yeah, so that may have clued me in there.
Yeah.
I recall that.
It is
happening.
funny, like some things you get clued into things.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time we were in like grade 8 and they're playing Scrabble.
Yeah.
And then like the kid wrote cum shot. But like that was the first time I've ever heard that term or anything.
Right.
But I didn't want to act like I didn't know what it was
Yeah,
or anything. Like,
yeah.
You gotta like just roll with it. Just like you laugh, like how I laugh at your stuff when I actually don't hear you or anything.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just rolling with it, so there's no awkwardness, you know.
What do you mean when you don't hear me or anything?
You know, say if you say something to me and like
right
I don't
now?
catch in general life, like
What? You're such a fuck.
doesn't have to be you specifically. It could be anybody.
Because all right, go ahead. Finish your thought. Then let
When
me jump in really
you
quick.
don't hear what they said or anything, but you don't want to ask what or like really keep it going, so you just go like, yeah, and then like it's done.
That's
like,
your laugh.
I do it a lot, don't I?
Yeah, because I feel like that's what you do to me. I'll message you on Facebook, like with like jokes or things I thought of throughout
Yeah.
the day, and then sometimes I feel like you don't even give a shit, and you just write like you just like heart it. There's nothing more insulting than that. It's just like a heart.
Yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, he didn't like that, or he didn't even read it.
yeah. I'm
Is
not
that
on
true?
Facebook. No, not on Facebook. Only in real life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then on the masturbation thing, and then I recall doing it with dish soap because I didn't know. I knew you needed a lubricant. Well, actually, I didn't. I don't know
Wow.
why. So I had to like get dish soap, and then
Dish soap.
I remember finding like my mother's like not maybe like a Cosmopolitan equivalent, but the German version of it.
Yeah.
And then like you haven't used dish soap, and which
That
brings
didn't
me.
sting.
No, not really. No, it was just a little odd. And then there was another thing that happened actually. So Germany also had a lot of magazines and stuff with naked women in it. So we were at a hotel in Bonn, Germany, and then there was a magazine called Bonner, like as in a person from Bonn and like what you can do in Bonn. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck.
Boner.
I thought it said. Oh, you ruined the joke, but yeah, boner. I thought it said boner. I guess I kind
Yeah.
of gave it away with the lead in there.
Yeah.
Should have done it the opposite.
So you went in your grade school
We're not done.
and
We're not done yours yet.
okay, well, whatever you want to know. I mean,
Oh, we got to take a break. So you got to wrap up your high school experience before I talk about.
I'll just sum it up. I'll just sum it up.
You didn't meet any ladies, but you got to an 8 status.
I got to an 8 status. I would
Yeah,
say that.
You
Like
lusted a lot.
by grade 12, I could talk to anybody. And
Wow.
it wouldn't be weird.
And you're going to parties, you're drinking, you're a cool kid.
Yeah, but it's not like I was, I wasn't hosting parties
when
or I
you-
wasn't
when's-
fucking bitches or anything
When's
like
the next?
that.
When's the first time you date? Where are we talking here? When do you lose your virginity? and all that?
Shortly after leaving high school.
So in university, you meet a lady at a university.
It was
party,
somebody from high school.
But so you met her over the summer,
No, well, I knew her from high school.
but you met her in university again.
No, like it was just like I knew she liked me,
Oh,
and then so
so you're just like, hey, let's
yeah,
just
and
do
it's
this.
yeah, like you gotta get it done.
Yeah. So you just dated her to have sex with her.
I wouldn't really say we dated or anything.
Oh, you're just like, let's just lose my virginity.
yeah, we
she
both
lo-
lost it together. It was
Oh,
a beautiful
wow.
thing.
Did she cry?
Probably after I left. Yeah, she didn't cry in front of me or anything.
That's what happened with me. I mean, the lady cried.
Yeah,
She just teared up. It was like, a single tear.
yeah.
It was odd. It was in the back seat.
It's probably because you broke her hymen so fucking bad that she
Back
like
seat?
hurt.
Back
No, it was in like her sister's apartment.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, it was
At a party.
No, it was actually just me and her there at the apartment.
Weird.
No alcohol.
So she's like, come on over, let's have sex.
It was basically like just, yeah, I think so.
Like she texted you that day and was like, you want to have sex?
There was probably a little more. It wasn't just that day. Like,
You're like, we should have sex with each other. I want to lose my virginity.
I think she wanted to have sex more than I did.
She's like, I got to get this out of the way because I got bigger fish to fry than this fucking 8.
Yeah. You know, it's funny too. And this.
All right, we got to wrap up.
All right, we'll take a quick
We'll
break.
pick it back up because we got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
See you right back here.
Tim, you know sex, eh? You want to have that sexual experience, but with like a little blocker, so it's like you can't get her pregnant, but you also can't really feel anything at the same time. I got this great condom brand for you. It's called Daddy's Plus condoms. They come in all shapes and sizes. I know you need a special size. I know you pre-order most of your condoms because you're a special size. And we all have special sizes. They come unique. Go to daddyspluscondoms.com. Use promo code TIMSPECIALSIZE to get 20% off your already ready to go condoms, everybody.
And we're back.
To just close on my losing my virginity story.
Yeah.
Then, so I lost it to this one lady.
Yeah.
And then a couple years ago, I was playing Stony Point Soccer, which is like a mixed league soccer thing. And then she was dating some guy on my team.
Oh, wow.
And so she was at the games.
And you waved. Did you like, hey?
Well, I saw her a few times because she came to like more than one game.
Did she recognize you? Did
Oh,
she
yeah.
pretend?
We chatted a couple times. Yeah.
You're like, how was the sex?
Yo, I was.
So you didn't talk to her after you had sex with her once. You were done with her.
No, I think we had sex a couple of times.
Got it.
Wasn't anything crazy.
You went from a 4 to a 6 in the sexual skills.
In the sexual
department.
skills, yeah.
Well, that's good. Good for you.
Thank you. But I want to get to your high school.
Yeah. I like how inquisitive you are. You've never been this way at all. Like, it's a new side of you.
Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah.
But you went to grade school.
Yeah, I went to grade school.
In Windsor.
LaSalle.
In LaSalle.
Sandwich West.
All the way to grade 8,
School.
right?
Sandwich West Public School, all the way to grade 8. French immersion.
Okay.
Go Spartans.
Wow. And then your dad moves you and your family to Germany over the summer?
Yep, we moved over the summer.
Okay, so at that point, so now you're going to a German high school. Do you?
No, I went to an international school. They spoke English at it, and it was that IB program. So it's all like, so you had a lot.
What does that mean?
That international baccalaureate program. It's like what that private school here does.
Is that Saint Cecile?
Yeah.
Okay. Assumption does it too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it does that. So it's more of an English thing, I think. So that's why. But it's a private school. But you also had a lot of kids. Seems like there was actually a lot of kids in the same situation. There was German kids who came there to learn English and were like local. But then there was a lot of kids from who moved there. Because Bonn, where I lived, next to Cologne, or Köln, as they say, Bonn used to be the capital of Germany, so there was a lot of, before, the Soviet Union fell. So there's a lot of embassies there. There's also a strong military presence there from the U.S. So there's a lot of
Americans.
A lot of Americans. There's a big automotive thing there. So there's something Ford there, but that's why my dad was there, not for Ford, but for an automotive supplier. Ford had a lot of kids there from the UK. And then, so a lot of Americans, like, whose dads worked in various roles. Like, I think one guy's dad was a colonel. Another guy's dad, I think, worked for the CIA. And then another, I think one of the ladies' dads worked for the FBI or something. It was just like an odd mix of, like, weird people. And then a bunch of British guys whose parents worked for Ford, and then me.
Wow, it almost sounds like you went to like a boarding school, but then you still lived at home.
Everybody lived at home, yeah.
That is crazy. So it's a private school, so you're in uniforms.
No, we could wear whatever we wanted.
Wow.
No, it wasn't like private like that. It just meant you have to pay to go there because it's an international school.
Yeah.
It's not the publicly funded school. Because
so
it's English.
How much was it to go? Do you know?
I don't know. My father's company paid for it.
Really?
Yeah. It was part of his moving
expenses.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. And so now you're at this school. Everybody's speaking English, but you don't know. Nobody knows anybody. So it's a complete fresh start.
They all know each other.
How though?
They went to school together for the last. The school starts at they had like a primary school up to grade 5, and then from grade 6 on, you're in the high school building.
Oh.
So they all went to school. A lot of them went to school and carried through with each other. So everybody kind of knows each other. It's not like a new fresh start. And it's a pretty small school. There's only like 400 kids from grade 6 to grade 12 altogether. So my grade was 25 kids, and there was 2 classes. So it was like 13 kids in each class. So you get to know, it's pretty easy to get to know people, at least in your grade, pretty quickly.
Wow. So like that's actually fucked. So like your social status is basically like you could literally rank it like 1 to 10 based on like ranking individuals. Like he's cooler than me, but I'm cooler than him. Like that's that small that you're like, what's your number? Well, okay, so Tony, fucking Vanessa, then I guess Brian, myself.
Adam, you know you're not there. Sit over there. Yeah,
that's
like
actually fucked.
Yeah.
And so like everybody's kind of like cool at your school.
Well, there was a few cool, in my mind, there was a few cool kids in my grade.
In your
there
grade,
was like
yeah.
what you were in grade 8, the just fitting in kids. And then there was like me, I just started there. And then there was like some odd ducks. Some odd ducks. So my strategy actually going into grade 9 was I'll meet somebody, become friends, and then I'll have my base. I'll have my Jake.
You're trying to find a Jake.
I found a Jake.
Okay.
And that was good. And then through the classes, I started talking to my other friend. We got to take a time out.
All right.
Wow. Are you tired of the same old underwear?
I am.
I sure am too, Scott. So what do you recommend?
What I recommend is an underwear t-shirt combo. It takes you back to your childhood, but that's good because we don't want to lose that inner pureness. So when you're wearing tighty whities with Superman on your genitals out front, and then you're wearing a really tight small t-shirt with Superman on it, and they match, it's called Underoos. And if you use promo code ... with Tim and Scott on underoosforus.com, you'll get 20% off a underroo with, guess what, our picture on it, so you can have Tim and Scott right there on your privates all the time, and we're good to keep you warm at night for your sleeping. So ... with Tim and Scott at underoosforus.com and get your picture on your genitals, our picture on your genitals, for 20% off.
Nothing will slow you down after that. And we're back.
So Tim, you're at your private school in Germany.
Yes.
These kids have been in high school since grade 6, so they've already been drinking and smoking.
No, that's not why. They've been drinking and smoking. That was also not on this yet. That was when the battery went out. But they've been drinking and smoking because they're European.
Yeah.
That's why.
But at a younger age, though.
Yeah. So I get there, and like the first day of grade 9, I'm already like sad because I miss Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know why this piece of shit place.
So how many how many?
I'm telling you a story.
Sorry. Go.
And then I'm sitting in music class, and the other there's another new girl from Australia. So she's been drinking since like fucking she was born. Like that was her breast milk.
Like she's got a little buzz going in class.
Yeah, she ate her cereal with beer in the morning. So then she's talking to this guy, this German guy, and he's like, "Yeah, we all drink here. Yeah, like Alex got sent to the hospital last year with alcohol poisoning." I'm like, "Fuck." This guy's like, because I'm just like in my grade 8 mode. I was like having fun, but I was like, I like The Simpsons.
Like grade 8 mode is still, like, hey, I'm down to party, and by party I mean pizza, pop, and like chicken wings or something.
To me, it would be like, I'm down to go to your birthday party, and I'll get the surprise bag after with a spin top and a lollipop in it. I'd love to do that, and I'll wear the hat. And then I show up there, and they're like, "Yeah, we drink so much and do so much that we just get in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. No, it's kind of commonplace here." I'm just like, "Oh, fuck." I was just like super sad after that. And then 2 months after that incident, sort of, I never went out to hang out with people. But then I got my bearings. I met my one friend, my Jake equivalent. Then I sprouted out from there, met the popular kids.
So what was your Jake's name?
Alex. Went to his house for a sleepover. was good.
Nice.
He's a Danish and Greek, half Danish, half Greek. And then met my other friends, and was good to go from there in my grade. The grade above me, I wasn't very talkative with them.
No reason to. You never
Yeah.
really should be. Yeah.
Except for basketball, but I was very bad at basketball then. Because I lost my confidence, mainly because I didn't have armpit hair. So it's tough to do. It was one of my big things. I had
You were late to puberty.
late to puberty for sure. There was one time I remember my father, like, I was like up late because DVD box sets were big back then. So I was like watching The Simpsons on my laptop up late.
Yeah.
My dad walks in the room. It's like 2:30 a.m. I have school the next day. He's like, "Oh, Christ, go to sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. You haven't even hit puberty yet. Get some sleep."
And you're in grade 9 when he said
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Oh
or 10.
my God.
Grade 9 or 10. I was very
Or
late.
10.
I could have been 10, yeah.
Holy
I
fuck.
didn't have armpit hair for a while, so it's hard to play basketball without you. It's kind of one of the requirements of
So you didn't
basketball.
have pubes until the same time?
I had pubes. Actually, I got questioned on this by my classmates, my friend Gary. And so I had to show him my pubes in chemistry class. And
Yeah.
then he was like, on MSN Messenger later that night, he's like, "God damn, Tim, you had like a forest down there. You got to trim that shit."
Okay. I think every guy, gets a forest at first because
Yeah, I didn't
there's nobody
know.
you can ask or,
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, mom, hey, dad, should I trim my pubes?"
And I don't even know, like back then, I think trimming was really an our generation thing.
Yeah, that's
think that's
true.
when it
That's
started.
true. I think it kind of got the
you've
ball
seen your
rolling
mom's
there.
Vagina.
Yeah, it was hairy. It wasn't trimmed. Like, that was like made it harder to see it too at the time. Like, it's like, like it was kind of yucky. Like, you know what I mean? So their generation wasn't trimming. Like, I'm sure my
Just stop. Let me recuperate.
what you were expecting it trimmed.
No, but I like how you're like, it made it hard to see, which implies that you stared at it for a while trying to find the vagina.
Well, I mean, like when
You're
you
like,
get.
wait, I had to really look hard at it to see.
I think I saw it a bunch because she wore nightgowns a lot.
What?
And so there was,
Stop.
it wasn't just a one time. That's like maybe where you're confused.
Yeah. But you would look every time deeply at it.
Well, no, not deeply. Like
So
not
you-
as, I would look away, but like it would be so burned into you, like the millisecond even. I don't want to say a couple of seconds because it
Right.
wasn't that long.
But over time, it was more.
But like you can't unsee something like that. That's the
Right,
problem. So
yes.
it was hairy and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't forget that sort of stuff. And so that must have been kind of like, and then so in grade 9 in Germany, you go into grade.
What were we talking about? Oh,
So
yeah, I
then
had
you
to
go
show-
into grade 10. So let me ask you this: I know you leave after grade 10.
Yeah. So
When did you know you were gonna leave
like
Germany?
a month before grade 10 ended. I thought we were gonna be there for 4 years.
Oh wow! So
But we're missing a big part of my grade 10 year.
Yep,
here.
yep. I just
Now this is where old Tim here was. This is when I first
Prepubescent.
in grade 9. Prepubescent Tim was.
you're 15, haven't hit puberty yet.
I was 13, 14. Prepubescent Tim in Germany was the funniest kid in the school.
Oh, okay.
Because, well, naturally, as you know, I'm the funniest person
I've ever
everywhere-
met,
Everywhere
yeah.
I go.
Yeah.
I got like a ringing in my ear.
Fuck, that's funny.
It's a bit I'm working on. No, so because they're all from Germany, they're all from Europe, and Europeans aren't. It's their second language.
English.
Yeah, so I'm very
The comedy language.
well. Their second language in general, so they're not going to be as quick as me. So I was the funny kid.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
people knew me like that too, which made me feel good about myself. So I was popular that way too amongst my grade. Like people all liked me because I was funny and
Yeah.
like, funny kid, nice guy, type deal, you know.
Yeah.
And I was cute. I had the same face I have now.
Yeah, I saw a
Huh?
picture. It
Which
was
would be
it
a
was
7,
uncanny
A 7.
how much you looked like yourself.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was doing well, and then grade 10. Now the hottest girl in the school who I had a crush on, like we discussed, was in grade 11. I met her in grade 10 though. Like I had a crush on her since grade 9.
Yeah.
But I started talking to her in grade 10.
And your school's so small.
I upgraded my rating as well over time with my funniness. And then
Uh-huh.
she had a crush on me all of a sudden.
A younger
And
fella.
Boy, whoa.
What happened?
Whoa. Well, what happened was, so I felt like we were in that flirting stage, and I didn't know how to do anything, like in terms of like flirting back or like when to ask somebody. I thought it would be weird if I had a girlfriend. I was kind of shy about all this stuff.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is my father was concerned about my antisocial behavior. I got to add this in. So before the school year started, he took me out for a walk. We walked around, talked about life a little. And he said, hey, if you ever want to take a woman out, I know you can't get a job here, so I can throw you a few bucks. And I was like, oh, well, how would I even know?
Going into grade 10, he said this?
Yes. So he's like, how would I was like, how would I even know that a woman likes me? And then he was like, well, you know, you get a feeling, you know, some things like maybe your friends will tell you. So I had that in my head. My friends will tell me.
Yeah.
So what happens is I get elected to the student council because I took the day off of school that day when they voted. And then we take a trip to Frankfurt, Germany as the student council. You're following.
So you weren't at school that day, so the rest of the
There's a
kids
day-
so
there's
the
a
rest of the
day-
kids are saying, let's elect
Elect-
Tim to the student council.
Yeah, and then I get elected to the student council. Then we go to Frankfurt a few weeks later to meet with the Frankfurt School's student council and really talk politics.
Yeah.
Really get some policy in place.
Yeah. What do you think about hot dog Thursdays?
Yeah. Are you for? What was the positive effect on the school? You've tried hot dog Thursdays.
How does hot dog Thursdays affect the BIPOC population of?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have that then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going up. We're talking things. We're talking shop with them. And then my friends back at the school say, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we told Tim Olivia liked him? So they had their own separate items.
Yeah.
She likes me, and I know this. They think it would be funny because she's so popular and hot if they told me she liked me. But she did like me. We were like MSNing. We were playing Minesweeper flags on MSN.
Wow.
Laughing and lying, doing all that touching stuff where you're laughing and hitting each other.
Yeah.
But they didn't see that.
Wow.
So then they concoct a scheme to embarrass me separate.
Uh-huh.
So they tell me this. Now I'm just that makes me more comfortable about my feelings now they've told me. So I'm just gushing my true feelings for her to everybody.
On MSN.
To
okay.
everybody but her, really. I'm like, oh, man, I like her too. Oh, my God, that's great. I can't believe she likes me. I was talking about it forever. I really set myself up for a hard fall. I
Yeah.
would never have believed it if she didn't like me and I didn't see the other signs.
Yeah.
So then they pull the rug out from under me eventually,
Yeah.
you know, and they say, hey, we just made all that up. Now I'm just embarrassed because I've just been gushing my feelings, and I never want to talk to her again. I even asked the gym teacher, Mr. Ridgway, how do you flirt with a lady? And his advice, be snake-like. Snake-like. You get in, you make your jokes, make her laugh. He's British. You make her laugh. You get in, make her laugh. Get
Yeah.
out. Snake-like.
Really?
You gotta be snake-like. Yeah.
Wow.
And then because I was gushing my feelings so much, the younger girls in grade 8 or grade 9 found out about this. And then they just follow me around the school and go like this, snake-like, snake-like. So it was kind of a...
What the hell?
But she did like me. So it was like two opposite paths,
yeah.
you know? Like that happened at
But
the same
nothing
time.
ever really happened.
No, I died of embarrassment, and then I took the day off of school the next day off of embarrassment, and then I really kind of lost touch with her for a little bit, and then everybody kind of knew something was up because a lot of people made comments to me, like my friend Barrett. He was like, "Well, you were friends with Olivia before you went all weird," and then my friend Gary, who was part of the lie,
Yeah.
said, "Oh, Tim, what, you gonna mac on Olivia now?" Like that.
Yeah.
So it was just an odd, embarrassing time for me.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But she did like me. And then at the end of the year, the school year, we had a party in the woods. And then we talked really for the first time. And then she's like, hey, you know I liked you, right? And I was like, yeah, I liked you too.
Wow.
And that was it. That was my time in Germany. Wrapped up right there. Boom.
Wow. And so you really only talked to her in person like once?
No, I think we maybe
Since
in
that-
groups, but
since
we never
that
had that
thing.
one-on-one moment.
Yeah.
After that initial embarrassment, I avoided her completely. And I think I ran into her a few times. Like, I would go watch soccer games with my lacrosse stick because there was the lacrosse net there, so I'd practice and watch their soccer games.
Yeah.
And she came up to me a few times, but I was so embarrassed, I just kind of ignored her.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little odd.
Wow.
And then we stopped talking on MSN. No more Minesweeper flags for me.
Yeah.
So it was just a tough time. I was of the embarrassment. And
That
then,
does sound tough.
Then I thought we were going to stay the whole time, 2 more years.
Uh-huh.
I got my popularity back, you know. This must have happened before December. So by the time Christmas rolls around, after Christmas, I'm pretty much good to go again.
You're
So I'm
saying back in
avoiding-
grade 11 and
No,
oh,
Christmas grade 10. So now
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling. Sorry.
sorry.
I'm rolling. Then I'm like, life is good again. I'm shooting a basketball outside, and my mother comes out and is like, "Hey, we're moving back. Your father just told me." So then I was like having the rug ripped out from under me again.
Yeah.
And then I was just crying, depressed and crying. And then I came back to Canada, went to a normal high school here.
To finish out grade 10?
No, grade 11 and 12.
Okay.
We moved back in the summer.
Yeah.
And then I was just depressed. I was like you. My social status probably would have been a 4 at
Wow.
the moment.
So you were starting basically where I was at in grade 9,
Yeah,
but you're in
but
grade
my-
11.
I could have played it off better because my general demeanor was that of a sad kid. And all my grade school friends were there, but they had kind of changed. And I think they thought I
They've
didn't
moved
like-
on. You
No,
know?
I hung out with them a little bit, but I think my general demeanor made it seem like, because imagine asking a guy like, "Oh yeah, so what are you doing today?" And then they'd just be like, "I just miss my other friends." Like, imagine how insulting that is. Like, now that
Yeah.
I think about it,
Depressing.
Like, just how depressed, like, just misses. It
Yeah.
doesn't want anything. Like,
I
would
just wish
prefer
I
not
could-
to be here.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how. So they kind of left me by the wayside. By grade 12, I had another friend group, but they were just kind of temporary friends. And then I was getting my mojo back a little, but I was still known as the depressed kid.
Wow.
Eeyore, they would.
That was your nickname out in high
Most
school.
likely, yeah. I mean, I was never to my face, but
Yeah.
yeah. So it was a tough go.
That's fucked.
And then I get your mojo back from time to time. You know, you have some fun, but yeah, I was just a depressed kid. Like by grade 12, I was kind of having fun. I was at your stage where you were in probably grade 11, where you were like fitting in with getting popular amongst the unpopular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
And then university.
Don't even bring up university. We're not ready to hear anything about university.
That'll be another episode. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty much my high school experience. Never kissed a lady, never had sex with a lady. Drank.
Drank, yeah.
Yeah, I got that out of the way. That was pretty much it. I just liked drinking by grade 12.
And you hung on to that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go to big parties. I'd just drink with the temporary friends. We'd hate drinking like groups. Like sometimes there would be other people, but it was never like a group bigger than 5.
Yeah.
You know, just drive around drinking. Had a little bit of a social life then. That's when I came out of my shell too. Because I would never go out, even in Germany when I was friends with everybody. I would avoid all social interaction outside of school for some reason. Don't know why.
Huh.
You should write this down for my therapist.
That's crazy how you were
I don't know
depressed
why.
for grade 11 and 12, though. That's
Yeah.
funny, though, to think of you like, hey, how you doing, Tim? Oh, I just wish I was in Bonn, Germany.
I would literally look at the clock at lunch and be like, "Oh, this is what." It's
What
6
time is it in Bonn?
Yeah, that's what I would be. I'd be like, "What time is it in Boner?" Oh, they're probably just getting home from school now.
Yeah,
Then they're doing this now. Yeah, that's how I was.
that's interesting.
Yep. And I'm just getting over it now.
Yeah.
And from my therapy sessions, I've realized it is a trauma. We all have different traumas, Scott.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like yours was probably, when you were molested.
Yeah,
But
shit like that.
This is the same.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if that was a rude joke.
No, it
You
wasn't
were-
rude.
Yeah, okay. Emily, comment? Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Could be. I guess
No, I'm
it was
glad
rude.
we went over high school, and I wanted to, as you know, I wanted to call my high school,
Yes.
leave them a message, let them know, and thank them for everything that they did for me.
Yeah, of course.
I think it might be a good time to do that.
Yeah, it's perfect time.
If you want to call your private school in Germany, I'm all for that as well. If you want to make a long distance call like that and
Yeah, let's see.
and do it. We're gonna start with St. Anne's High School though, and I'm excited to leave a voicemail.
And it's going to be a positive voicemail from your good times there where you learned, you blossomed.
Where I learned how to, because I'm a really like big success and shit. It's like kind of like when
they kept you
like
going
Kobe Bryant or something goes back to his school to like give a speech.
and give his high school
Like
coach
I'm
a big
kind of
hug.
imagining they're going to play my voicemail over like the morning announcements and
That's
be
true.
like, you know, we have a message to give you guys, a former student, a former inspiration to us. You know,
Most
he's
improved,
got most improved. He's got a message to inspire everybody.
not in academics, in his own
He just
social rating.
He took the time to call us and thank
Right.
us 10 years later,
Yes.
which is what I'm doing right now.
Thank you for calling St. Anne's Catholic High School.
You're welcome.
1200 Oakwood Drive. Please listen to the following options as they have recently changed.
I'm going to hit 0
You know the extension you are
because we already tested this.
the operator.
There we go. Probably a lot of people calling to say thank you.
Hello, you've reached St. Anne's Catholic High School located at 1200 Oakwood Drive. If your call is in regards to attendance, please hang up and call 519-727-4497.
We'll call that next.
Your call will be returned as
Just let
soon
him
as
know you're not
possible.
coming
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Begin speaking after the tone, then hang up when you are finished, or press any key for further options.
Hey, everybody. This is Scott Gone here, and I just wanted to say thank you to the bottom of my heart, all the St. Anne Saints and the teachers and the staff that got us through those years of high school, because it's not easy for everybody. And I just wanted to say a big Saints thank you to everybody. And I'm like a really big success now, so I want to just thank everybody. I went to like university and everything. And now I work doing like cement and stuff, so I just like want to say thank you to everybody that helped me get there. Okay, a big Saints goodbye. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, now that that's over, I got to say,
So-
first of all, wait.
Should I call him back?
No, don't. Because also, you should probably call him back and say you were laughing, not crying. Because the kind of laughter sounds like a cry.
It could
It
sound
sounds
like a
you're on
cry.
your last fucking leg.
I kind of wish I maybe changed my name and, you know, didn't give my real name.
They're gonna call you tomorrow and be like, "You didn't kill yourself, did you?"
I'm going to say, no, I didn't. Because
Biggie, this is how you ended it. Even though you were laughing, this is what it sounded like. A big Saints goodbye. I'll be taking my life tomorrow.
yeah, maybe I should call back and say that I'm not going to, like, kill myself. Because I don't want them to think that. Fuck.
And also, the fact that you said you went to university, now work cement, they're probably like, great. That's like the skills high school gives you. They're like, we did our job. We gave him enough skills to get a job.
Yeah.
Any job.
And I got one.
Yeah.
Like,
So they did a great job.
and I don't think I can technically, like, get in trouble for
No, you didn't
calling
threaten
and leaving a message at
You
my
were just
former high
laughing.
school.
No. Why would you get in trouble for that?
No, I'm just, like, thinking out loud.
They're
you
going to
know?
delete
Like,
it immediately. No, I think you'll be okay. But it does sound like you were crying, so they might be slightly concerned, especially with today's high school climate. Where
yeah,
they're
I'm,
probably, like,
I'm
very
hoping
concerned.
that
Hey, once a saint yesterday, a saint forever.
Hey,
we
once
better
a
take
sa-
care of this guy.
a big
Let's call him.
saint goodbye.
Yeah. Consider this my
to the
note.
planet Earth. That's a. And you know what? Maybe this is how we should say a big Saints goodbye to everybody listening too. And I just want everybody to know, like, I wasn't gonna like kill myself.
They know. They saw you laugh.
Yeah, true.
Go Saints, go! St. Anne Saints. Let's go. Going for the opposite title. All right. This has been the With Tim and Scott show.
And we're definitely gonna update you when the police come to my door because of this incident,
Yeah. All right. Have a
which
good
I'm
one.
expecting.
All right. See you later, everybody.